Good afternoon, everyone. This I'm calling the nuts and bolts session, and the steel frame, the bureaucracy that is referred to as the steel frame, is the one that holds up all our states across the country. And here we have plenty of steel coming in on this particular session. We have four of Bihar's top bureaucrats. And let me welcome on stage Mehr Singh, Additional Chief Secretary. Mehr ji.
जोरदार तालियों के साथ मेहर जी का स्वागत कीजिए.
Manoj Kumar Singh, Secretary Energy Department. Sandeep Kumar Pudakal-Katti, am I right? Road Construction Secretary. And Kumar Ravi, Building Construction Secretary. Let's give them a very, very warm round of applause. Familiar faces here who have helped Bihar develop, and we're going to question them more closely. I actually wanted to start this with thinking that the bureaucracy would be hierarchy conscious. I said, let's begin with asking the senior most bureaucrat, but he decided, Additional Chief Secretary Mihirji said, no, let the others talk, because he oversees industry, and he said, let's first look at road construction, then we'll look at for energy, then we'll come to you. I mean, that's the order that he said. Then, of course, buildings is as there. So let's begin with road construction, Sandeep ji. And one of the big achievements has been of the Nitish Kumar government in these past 20 years, and more so recently, has been the pace of road construction, both highways and things. So let's look at two things. One is the kind of achievements that have happened quickly, but really the issue of the next big challenge, which is the last mile connectivity. Rural roads, bridges, waterways. How do you reduce the bottlenecks, and what does it need to take in that big leap? So you've got about 3 minutes quickly to talk about this. So we'll do 2 rounds of this questioning. Each get 3 minutes on the first round, and then we come back again.
Yeah, thank you. Initially, I will start with the achievements of the department over the past 5 years, and also the scenario starting from 2005, because it puts in perspective the achievements of the last 5 years. Let me start with the first thing, that in 2005, the budget of the road construction department, right now I'm talking about only the road construction department, that it doesn't include the rural works. Road construction department was 700 crores hardly. And now, at present, it is almost 8,000 crores, the budget. This is the budget.
10 times more.
Yes. And then we will talk about the projects which we have taken, we have constructed. We have doubled the number of roads, rather, not exactly double, like 16,000 kilometers of roads totally we had in the state of Bihar. Now, which has come up to, in 2025, it is almost 26,000 kilometers of roads with, there is hardly any roads which are more than 2 lane. Now it is, the majority of the roads were all single lane. Now we have more number of 2 lanes, 4 lanes, including 6 lanes. We have also significant progress. In the last 5 years, Bihar government alone has invested more than 55,000 crores constructing almost more than 5,300 kilometers of roads in the road sector. I'm just talking about the roads which is I will yet to reach. I will once I cover the roads, then I will go to the rural roads. Apart from this, you should understand that Bihar is crisscrossed by a lot of rivers. Majority of the rivers run from Nepal. We face a lot of floods during the rainy season. And without crossing these rivers, it will be impossible to achieve, reach the significant rural household which we are aiming at. And we have constructed more than 2,500 bridges in the last 15 years. In the last 5 years itself, we have achieved more than 1,000 of that. And significant number of bridges are also come up. There are the 4 major river systems, the Ganga, Gandak, Koshi, Son. We had hardly 10 bridges initially to start with. Now we have already 18 bridges constructed, and apart from that, we have many under construction bridges. In another few years, the total number of bridges will come up to 53. These include both 4-lane and 6-lane bridges. Apart from this, we have given, in the last 5 years, we have specific impetus to decongesting urban areas. We have taken up a specific project which is a part of the 7 resolves of the CM. It is Sulabh Samparkta, which is connectivity, establishing connectivity, which is primarily we have establishing bypasses. We are constructing flyovers to ease primarily urban connectivity. So that, and apart from this, there is several road over bridges. We have, as of now, 87 road over bridges over the railway crossing to decongest the urban areas and also the rural areas. And apart from that, another 213 new road over bridges have been, are being scheduled to taken up in the next few years, primarily funded by the railways. Apart from another 43 ROBs which will be constructed by the state government in coordination with in a sharing pattern with the railways. Apart from this, let me talk about the rural areas. Bihar is one of the states with one of the highest road density. Let me tell you, this is more than 3,000 kilometer per 1,000 square kilometer of roads. This has been achieved primarily by connecting the one which you mentioned, last mile connectivity. We have constructed almost like 120,000 kilometer of rural roads. It's like what
Okay,
it is like includes the last 5 years.
I'm going to get you back because you've crossed your 3 minutes on this. I know you've done tremendous amount of work, but I'm going to get you back. Let's bring in Manoj Kumar Singh in terms of the energy thing. And of course, industry requires energy, plenty of energy to ensure that the growth, that is exactly what Bihar needs now, a growth in industry. What have we all been doing the last 5 years and maybe a decade back if you want, because energy always takes a lot more time, gestation period. And while we're looking at energy, because we're in the green area, how are you all also promoting green energy coming in terms of, renewable energy that is there? But maybe we can look at renewable energy later. Let's look at energy as a whole and the availability and of that.
Thank you. The journey of Bihar in electricity center, I will come in 10 seconds. I'll just mention when Government of India connected every household under Saubhagya scheme. I happened to be in GOI at that time. The International Energy Agency described that phenomena at the fastest access of electricity in the history of humanity. Government of India connected every household by March 2019.
Right.
In that context, I am going to tell you something, then you will realize Bihar connected every household by October 2018.
1 year before.
1 year before we connected every household.
Right. Let's give them a warm round of applause for that. Yeah.
And you should also keep in mind that the journey started in 2012 when the erstwhile Bihar Electricity Board were unbundled and the DISCOMs were created. So we were late starter. The Har Ghar Bijli Yojana started in 2016, and within 2.5 years we connected every household in the state of Bihar. So I think our pace has been faster than the GOI pace, which was termed by the fastest access to electricity.
No, you were in the center at that time. No.
Yeah.
You said you were at the center.
Yeah, I was in GOI.
Right.
Our journey, as sir has said, that in the last 5 years, before coming to the what has been done in the last 5 years, we have to be talking about 2018, because that is a very important milestone. In 2005, my peak demand was only 700 megawatt. Patna, 3-4 major cities, they used to get around 10 to 12 hours of supply per day. And rural areas, because there were only 17 lakh consumers.
Right.
Today I have 2 crores 16 lakhs consumers. So you can understand what was the status then, and then the strong political bill followed by the committed bureaucratic implementation led to the scenario where this year my peak demand was 8,800 megawatt, which is more than 12 times.
Wow.
We are supplying electricity in urban areas, and I am giving you the NFMS data, which is monitored by Government of India, which is related through meters. My average supply in urban area is 23.42 hours per day, and in rural area is 22.72 hours.
Excellent.
Whatever half an hour and 15-minute gap per day I am having is not that I don't have availability of power.
Patna also gets 24 hours.
Yeah.
Do we have a hands up on that? All 24 hours? Wow. Okay.
And this is the metered data. It is not that some officer is reporting, it is automated. So now in the last 5 years, so we have achieved the access. We have the government of Bihar made investment of around 75,000 crore in, from 2012 to 2018 to take electricity to every nook and corner of the state. Now all 39,073 villages are electrified. Distribution infrastructure is there in every hamlet, which be popularly called Tola in Bihar. In the last 5 years, what we have done is we have invested heavily in technology. Like we have installed, so far we have installed 77 lakhs smart prepaid meter.
Oh.
In Government of India, only 2.25 crore smart meters have been installed, out of which more than 1/3 is belongs to Bihar, and that too in prepaid mode. Most of the states are yet to be configuring their metering in prepaid. Then taking into consideration the growing industrial demand, we are supplying electricity to our ST consumers through dedicated feeders. And we foresee as ACS industry will come to the point with the policy intervention, we are expecting that the industrial landscape of Bihar is going to change very rapidly. Keeping that in mind, we are already investing in the infrastructure that will cater to the demand of industry in future. We had meeting with the Bihar Industrial Development Authority, and we have already chalked out the areas where the industrial clusters are going to come up in next 5-6 years. And we are already planning power substation, grid substation for those areas, and we are already going ahead with the tenders. In the last 5 years, we have invested in technology, we have invested in the availability of power, we have invested in strengthening our infrastructure so that we can take care of the growing demand for the next decade. And mind you, Bihar's economic growth has always been in double digit in the last decade. And the growth of energy, it is a proven phenomena that growth rate of energy is almost at par with the economic growth rate. So right now my power consumption growth is around 6.5% per year. I'm expecting this to go past double digit.
Excellent. Let's give him a warm round of applause for that. And let's turn to Mihir Kumar Singh, who deferred first, so that you can, the veteran of the entire process, looking at industries, and that's something that you're overseeing at that time. Obviously, there are 4 or 5 major inputs that industry requires to thrive. That's reliable power that we had heard from Manoj Kumar. Certainly, roads, good connectivity, logistics, we can call that. Land, of course, seems to be extremely scarce, but that's something one needs to look at. Housing is the other, and investments. I mean, these are the 3 or 4 major factors that could make a difference. Bihar has been a slow mover in that in the last, since independence. Now seem to be gathering pace. What have you done in the last couple of years to ensure that Bihar starts moving up more rapidly than ever before and bring in a lot more big industries apart from small and medium-scale industries?
Well,
yeah.
Thank you for the question. I would just like to continue where the Secretary Roads and Secretary Power have said. It is very essential, this is sine qua non of industry, that initially you have to have the infrastructure. Law and order is important, so law and order of Bihar in the whole country, it is absolutely under control and doing very well. Second point is roads, which he has extensively dealt. I would just like to say that the connectivity of roads, even in national highways, now that we have 5 expressways, which are already, the work is going on 4, and these are all crisscrossing the states, more than 1,500 kilometers, and 6 high-speed corridors, out of which 2 are already 6 lane. So all these are there, so the connectivity is very important. One of the roads I would just like to mention, which has just been sanctioned, is Raxaul to Haldia Expressway. This is now, Bihar was a landlocked state, now it is port bound. So that is one very important thing. A second point, I would just like to point out the connectivity in other spheres. For example, airports. The previous speaker was talking of the airports. Now we have 4 functional airports. The 5th one, Raxaul, is coming up. 9 other airports which are there under Udan scheme, and 5 more in adjacent states.
So connectivity is very good.
Connectivity is very good. Bihar is already having dedicated freight corridor. So as part of the Delhi-Kolkata dedicated freight corridor of railways, and the other main trunk line which connects to the northeast also passes through the state. So basically it's the gateway to the eastern India. The last point I would just like to say is water infrastructure.
Right.
We are part of national waterways number 1. Ganga ji हमारे यहाँ से गुजरती है, in which lots of work has already been done, and other perennial rivers are there. For example, Gandak, which is called Sadanira, even in Puran. So all we have all the rivers which give connectivity. So connectivity is one part. One more connectivity is important. That is the digital connectivity. The density of digital connectivity in Bihar is above the national average. I mean, it might come as a surprise to you. Some people
One of the
would
good
not
things.
agree. Yeah,
Normally
it's
you're
absolutely
lower than the
fantastic.
national average on a lot of things, but this is one thing.
It's above the higher extent. Even roads is above the national average. We are
Right.
the third
Bihar's image
largest
is
state
changing,
there.
right.
Yeah, power-wise, we might be slightly lower, but we are adding up on that, which of course Manoj will tell you. So this is one thing. The second part I would just like to say is the social infrastructure. Social infrastructure is very important. One is the educational infrastructure, in which we now have engineering colleges, top-class engineering colleges, government engineering colleges, polytechnics, and more than 1,500 ITIs all over Bihar, out of which 150 plus 151 are there, which have got industry 4.0 people coming out. Tata Tech is doing it for the whole of the country.
Right.
So we have the best manpower which is coming up. It is not there only in the technical manpower, the engineering and technical manpower. It is there in health also. We have 12 medical colleges which are ready. Patna Medical College is the largest, PMCH is the largest in the whole of Asia. It is going to be more than 5,000 beds. We already have one AIMS working, the second AIMS is working. 22 more medical colleges coming, and so on and so forth. So medical infrastructure is also there. So health and medical infrastructure. The third part is making for the people it was very important is water. Water availability through Nal Jal Yojana has been there in all the things. So this is the part of the social infrastructure which has been built over a period of time.
Right.
So these are all very important for growth of industries, because that's how the surplus comes. And the last part is the economic part. The market of Bihar is around 14 crore people. So 140 million, bigger than many countries, and 400 million if you see the vicinity along with 3 to 4 countries are there. Right. So that is where the economic firepower comes, and we're growing at a rate greater than the rest of the country. There our middle class is growing, our economic infrastructure is going, and that is where the industries started to take off. Once all this was built from 2020, there have been significant strides in industry, especially in the areas. I would just like to, we have a natural comparative advantage or competitive advantage, whichever word we would like to see, in agriculture. We are more than 85% of agriculture. We have absolutely surplus water. There are states in India which are states and states in India, in the western India and the southern India, which have water below 300 feet or 400 feet. You woe about it. Here in Madhepura and Kosi region, if you dig the water, if you dig the thing with a bamboo in 30 feet, you get water. We are absolutely surplus with water. So flood has been our woe earlier. It is our asset. The water level is a superb asset, and that's why many water industries are coming. Agriculture, therefore, is a major asset. Agriculture and agro-processing. The second one is labor intensive. We have the reproduction rate, the replacement, population replacement rate in India. The rest of India has already the rest of South India has already gone below to, it is 1.5 or below. Right. So our people go everywhere to support them. Western India, it is there. Please let us understand this is a very, very important thing.
I like the way you put it.
Manpower is our forte, sir. And when industry...
Your outward migration is very well described when you say so.
And absolutely. And when the reverse migration has happened, these are the people who are coming back to establish the industries. So when in textiles, all the sectors which are labor intensive, whether it be agro-processing or textiles, or which are water intensive, which are agro-intensive, which are there, and we have now with the new industrial policy focus on many other sectors which are there. So all of a sudden industry is going for a boom, and especially with the new industrial policy there has been a lot of enthusiasm by which we'll be going forward in building upon all the infrastructure which is already there.
Excellent. Let's give him a very warm round of applause for that. And we are going to circle back to you, but let's bring in, you've been waiting very patiently on the building side, and your department split from PWD, I was just briefed that, and it's called BCD, Building Construction Department, as compared to RCD, which is the other department. But leave the terminology aside. Is there something different that you are doing in your building department? Obviously, you get a lot of buildings to put up, and largely government buildings. But is there a kind of a uniqueness that you're trying to bring to it, apart from efficiency, ensuring, being green in some senses? What is it that you are doing in the building department that stands out, and you can say, well, this is Bihar's building department?
Thank you. Building construction department basically looks after the infrastructure requirements in terms of building for most of the departments except education and health. And we have constructed very high quality buildings in past few years. If you see in Patna, then starting from Bihar Museum that has been done by Building Construction Department, including the exhibit part.
Let's give a big round of applause to the Bihar Museum. It's probably on the top 10. You are saying 1 to 5 is the Bihar Museum. Okay.
Top-notch international quality. Everybody comes there and appreciates the infrastructure. We have created also Rajgir Sports Complex, where recently many international events have happened, including Asia Cup, men's hockey, Asia Cup, women's hockey, Sepek Takraw, then even Khelo India. So sports persons who are coming there they are appreciating the infrastructure there, and we are happy that lot of youths who were actually looking forward for good infrastructure, they are getting there. And you will be happy to know that we have hostel facilities for coaches, for women athletes, for men athletes, and we have about more than 30 games facility in that complex, and we are building one international standard cricket stadium also, and that is in very advanced stage. So that will be, again, in ancient times, Rajgir was very famous, and it was capital of Magad Empire. Everybody knows. So now it has again getting traction because of that. So recently we have got inaugurated Buddha Samyak Darshan Sangralaya, Buddha Stupa, and that is the biggest stone stupa in entire country, and that is double the height of Sanchi Stupa, and it is completely made of stone. There is no brickwork, no cement work, no machinery, basic iron work. So that is a very unique creature, and government, you must be knowing that in 1916, then when there were excavations around Vaishali, most authentic relics of Lord Buddha was found, and that was kept in Patna Museum for a long time, and now that has been shifted to Buddha Samyak Stupa. So that is a very big infrastructure, and we take pride in creating that infrastructure, because these days stone stupas are not in practice as such. So, and the life of stone stupas are 1,000 years. So
wow.
That's a good infrastructure, especially in context of rich cultural heritage of Bihar. And we have recently got Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Science City inaugurated. So people are getting places to move around, especially the kids and the youths. So if you move along the Bailey Road, that is now called Nehru Path, so you starting from Sardar Patel Bhavan, that is a unique structure that has been built on LRB technology, and it can withstand earthquake of highest ferocity. And after that, you can just come across, and then Vishwasraya Bhavan and Vikas Bhavan, they have been renovated and space have been created. Those both are the government building. Then you come forward, then you can see Patna Planetarium that has been recently renovated and modernized. Then you reach to Gandhi Maidan, you can see Samrat Ashok Convention Center. It has 5,000 capacity auditorium, and then another Gyan Bhavan that has several multi-purpose halls, and also a Sabhyata Dwar. So we have created top-notch infrastructure in Patna and other places also. This is on the top side. And on the other side, we are looking after the infrastructure requirement of social sector. For example,
Kumar, if you don't mind, I'm going to, I want to give 2 minutes each to look ahead, and you can talk about it that time. So we've got only 8 minutes left. So each of you all start with Sandeep. Any government that comes, right, it doesn't matter which party it's coming, but there will be challenges for that government. In your area, what would be in road construction, the 3 or 4 things the next government should look at? What is the big challenge?
See, brilliant question. Right now, we have just, I'll just start with the vision of the department, which I should have mentioned it in the beginning.
But you have 2 minutes, so remember the zip.
I will stick to that time.
Right.
Right now we have achieved the vision of reaching Patna from any part of Bihar within 5 hours. We just achieved this. The next vision which we are looking for is reaching Patna from any part of the state within 3 hours.
Wow.
And that should be the goal for any government which is going to come. And towards that effect, I just like to mention few initiatives both by the center and the state government, which is taken up. Already the ACS industry sir has already mentioned some of the initiatives. We are 4 expressways have been announced, as like Raxaul Haldia, Patna Purnia, Bhagalpur Buxar, and Gorakhpur Siliguri. Gorakhpur Siliguri has a strategic significance. It will be connecting all the border roads. We have a long border with Nepal, so it will be having both strategic significance apart from the connectivity portion. Apart from this, there are many high-speed corridors, which are, some of them are under construction, and already many of them are proposed, which I think the word I would like to use every time I talk about this is that the road travel in Bihar will be revolutionized in another 2 to 3 years. By 27-28, I am very hopeful that you will be able to reach any part of the state from any, I mean, the farthest part to the capital within 3 hours, if not less.
Phenomenal. That's something to look forward to, and particularly journalists who are on the road all the time, we'd like that. Manoj, Kumar Singh, 3 or 4 things that you think should be done on the energy front.
I will start with the point which was part of your previous question also, the greening of energy,
Right.
Which somehow I missed. Right now, the power which we consume, the capacity which we have PPA, 35% of our capacity is from renewable energy, so we are not far behind from any state. And with the PPA, for which we have given our consent, and which in fact we have signed, and the PPAs for which we have given our consent, by 2030, the green energy percentage of our total energy mix will be 51.1%, which is very much in line with the Government of India vision that 50% capacity
Right.
by 2030 should be from renewable energy. That is also our vision, that as of now we are poised at 51.1% in 2030. We are aspiring to go beyond that, because we have already taken step. We have recently issued a renewable energy policy, and it was attended by the 32 CEOs of all the big shots of renewable energy industry here in Patna, and it has been received very well by the industry. Second is, we have already provided access to the electricity. We are providing reliable power supply. Since we are investing in technology, our vision is to fully digitize our distribution system in next 2 years, not 5 years, next 2 years. And it has to be a cyber resilient distribution system because
Right.
power is a critical infrastructure. It is always under the attack from the cyber criminals. So we are already moving ahead in that direction. Third, which the government should aspire for is preparing ourselves for the anticipated growth of industrial sector, which we have already started planning for with the coordination of industry department. I have already told you how we are planning for creation of infrastructure and the attended support system for the, and also we are so far we have been procuring power, but now we have started and we expect that around 100,000 crore investment in generation sector, and it has already been started in the industrial conclave that was held in December. Project worth 90,000 crore, the MOU was signed and we have already started implemented. I am happy to tell you the biggest investment in the thermal sector in the entire eastern India has come in Bihar. The project has been awarded, the work has already started. As of now, at the current cost, the project is worth 26,000 crore. We are expecting by in 4 years, by the time it gets completed, it will be 30,000 crore. So that has already started.
Right.
So investment within Bihar. So these are 3-4 points.
Excellent.
We are,
I'm sorry I have to interrupt, but
you.
you have a lot to say and you said it well. Look forward to that as well. And you, sir, 2 minutes on what to expect from industry. What should be the big things industry should be doing?
Well, among the 3 factors of production which industry requires, we have already talked of labor is there in plenty and other land is one big sector in which the government has already announced acquisition of 15,000 acres of land in Bihar. Traditionally, land has been scarce in Bihar. So this acquisition, once done, and development of land is the first thing.
Right.
The second important thing is attracting capital. We have already announced a very, very attractive industrial policy. In fact, at present, it is the most attractive industrial policy in the whole of India. It is there, and we are getting very good results of that. The important point is to keep the momentum up. Because during elections, of course, there will be slight slowdown, which is very much expected. But getting this capital, attracting this capital over the states which are competing with each other is one very important thing. There is another factor of production, not in the traditional one, but Paul Romer says, the Nobel laureate, which is technology. And technology is changing very fast. So the sectors which we are focusing on, for example, we are focusing on pharma sector and the medicity, so the medical tech sector. So in that we have to move along with the rest of the world and the country, and with the fast changing scenario, international scenario that is there. Education sector is another sector. Then we also have to talk of sectors like GCC and IT sector. IT sector we have not done too well at this point of time, but with all the people which go out from here, the people are now coming to tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So the technology is another sector. So basically we have to catch up with the rest of the people, and FMCG, whatever is being produced outside, can very well be done there. So a very good ecosystem has already been created. The important point is to keep up the momentum, provide the infrastructure, provide the land, and go along with this so that a big industrial infrastructure can be created in Bihar. The situation is absolutely ripe.
Wise words. And finally, Kumar Ravi, yours, quick 1 minute. I'm sorry, maybe 1.5 minutes we'll give you.
Okay. So our biggest challenge would be to ensure maintenance of whatever we have created, so that people keep using that. Then second part that you said earlier, making the buildings more and more green, so that we use solar energy, then STPs, WTPs and green areas. So, and third part is the making more buildings in the social sector. We have already taken up say about 2,500 Panchayat Sarkar Bhavans in Panchayats. So completing those projects and including block buildings, those are big projects. So we are working on that. Thank you.
Well, we have kept our time, and thanks to these fantastic bureaucrats, the finest in the state that we can see. They've showcased the state and looked ahead. So, Mehr Kumar Singh, Manoj Kumar Singh, Sandeep Kumar Pudakalkati, and Kumar Ravi. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them a very, very warm round of applause for this.